What up peeps, I'm Mr. Teacups, and today I thought I'd do a commentary on how you can beast in hardcore free-for-all. And the gameplay in the background is a game of Yemen, and I end up going 30-2. I probably could have gone 30-0 this gameplay, but I end up making a few mistakes that cost me 2 stupid deaths, but I'll commentate on them when the time arises. But before I actually get into the topic of this commentary, I want to explain why I'm playing hardcore free-for-all and not normal free-for-all. And it's because the game's been out for a week now, and I have to say that I'm still loving this game. I think it's a really good game. It's starting to show some problems, like there's a lot of latency issues at the moment, there's a lot of lag, and there's a lot of problems with the host migration, but they can be just patched out. You know, once the developer sorts that out, I think the game will be crystal. But in free-for-all at the moment, there's a lot of problems with the spawns. Like in Modern Warfare 3, I absolutely fucking hated the spawns, but in this game so far, they're very reminiscent of Modern Warfare 3 at the moment. They're not that bad, but they're still really bad. And like Call of Duty in general has always had bad spawns, but this game in free-for-all, like a lot of the times when I'm trying to go for a good kill streak, I end up getting killed by some guy who just spawns behind me, like a lot of the time now. And sometimes when I get killed, I end up spawning in gunfire. I end up spawning by a guy who's trying to hold down an area, and I just spawn in his area where he's patrolling, and he just ends up killing me. And there's just huge problems with the spawns. I hope they really try and rethink it, but they probably end up won't doing that. And that's why I've just gone over to hardcore free-for-all mode, because when you kill a guy in hardcore free-for-all, there's a 7-second respawn time, so you usually don't get fucked over. But now that that's out the way, that's off my chest, I'm feeling good. Let's talk about how I play hardcore free-for-all. And as you probably already noticed, I play the way like I do in any other of my commentaries. I try and patrol the outskirts of the map and try and hold off one area and make it mine. Like, this is my territory and no one fucks with my territory. No, literally, like, I'm just constantly holding my entrances. I'm making sure no one's coming in. Like, I'm constantly, whenever someone, like, no, what am I trying to say here? Whenever I run past an entrance, I'm expecting someone to be there. You know, I'm trying to expect the unexpected. I'm trying to catch them off guard to get an easy kill. And this just works for me 24/7 hardcore free-for-all, because like you just get rushes. Like, because in this game mode, people try and play more strategic. People try and camp a lot more. And that's why I don't go to the middle of this map, because you run in the middle, there's too many like high places, especially on this map. There's a load of 2-story buildings that just get you easily killed. You get picked off by a sniper with ease. So don't run into the middle, and I don't run to the other side of the map, because there could be someone who's spawned over that other side and they're doing the same thing as me. You know, they might catch me off guard, and that's just an easy death. So what I try and do is I try and catch people off guard 24/7, and it always works for me. You know, I'm killing the rushes. Most of the time I do kill campers. Like, there's this guy like I kill in that little hut over there. Like, he's just a sniper. He just runs back there 24/7. I think he should have just learnt the first time when I killed him to not go there. I'm like, this is my area. You don't fuck with my area, you go away. But what I have to say about hardcore free-for-all mode as well is the kill streaks absolutely dominate. They will get you so many easy kills. Like, I'm using the 100 killer drone, the Dragonfire obviously because I'm using it right here, and dogs. But my 100 killer drone gets me a kill, and my second one gets me a destroyed UAV. My Dragonfire goes to town the first time, it gets me quite a load of kills. It actually ends up getting me, I think, a 16 or 17 kill streak. I'm like 2 of dogs, and I end up don't getting dogs. I end up getting killed by this sniper later on. I was really sad because Dogs and Swarm are the only 2 kill streaks I haven't gotten yet, so it just wasn't meant to be. But I'm really looking forward to getting them later on. I'm hopefully going to try and get some gameplay of that. But yeah, when I die, I come back and I get another 100 killer drone, and I end up getting another Dragonfire, and I end up going down with that Dragonfire as well. But it ends up actually getting me killed. It's kind of a foul actually, so I'll commentate on that when that comes around. But yeah, kill streaks absolutely dominate because of the added damage bonus. You know, it's literally like 1 or 2 bursts of Dragonfire, bang, they're dead. They got no chance of outrunning it. In normal free-for-all mode, they can sometimes survive it, you know, if they run into a building, like if you catch them at the last second. But yeah, now you've got your tactics, you've got your kill streaks. You know, always pick kill streaks that you feel you can guarantee. I always feel I can guarantee, well, I always can guarantee a 100 killer drone, and always near enough guarantee a Dragonfire. The dogs is kind of wishful thinking. I was like, oh, will I get it? Well, I won't. This game I thought I really was going to get it, but you know, it just wasn't meant to be. But once you got those sorted out, you want to be picking your gun. And for this mode, I always feel the SMGs are dominant in a small playlist all the time. Assault rifles come into their own in domination, and I actually see this guy crawl up here. I'm like, no, there's a bouncing Betty. Boom, he dies. Talking about Bettys, if you're a person who really does like using equipment to guarantee you kills, definitely throw a shock charge down near your Betty. And literally, the second a Betty goes up, because like sometimes people can move away from a Betty, definitely throw one down, like a shock charge down, because the second a Betty goes up, the shock charge is going to go off and always guarantee the kill. So that is very effective, so check that out if you already haven't. Let's get back to talking about SMGs. I use the MP7 because I really do feel comfortable with it. A lot of other YouTubers are using that other one. I can't remember what it's called. It's called like the PDW or something like that. I honestly don't like that that SMG. I feel it doesn't, whenever I use it, I feel I don't get good gameplays, but you know, people have their preferences, and mine is the MP7. And when I'm playing hardcore mode, I'm definitely gonna have FMJ on my MP7, and and I'm going to have long barrel, because long barrel adds on more damage and I think it adds on more range. Literally, this gun, I feel it works hugely great at short range, medium and long range. It's an absolute fucking beast. And you don't need a silencer for free-for-all or hardcore free-for-all, because a lot of people don't utilize the pause button. When you pause, you can see a map, like you can see the whole map, you can see where people are when they're shooting. A lot of people don't do that, so you don't really have to bother with it. And yeah, I think that's absolutely amazing. So, because the silencer does take off a lot of damage when you're playing normal mode, it does take off a considerable amount of damage. So I really detest using silencers in free-for-all now. So that's why I've gone over the hardcore, so I don't have to use it. But once you've sorted out what gun you want and what attachments you want, I always feel attachments are more superior over perks. Like in this game, I'm using, I think it's Blind Eye and Hardline. I really only care about Blind Eye. Even Ghost is not needed in hardcore free-for-all. You know, I feel they're absolutely useless. The only blue perk I do use is Hardline. My green perks, I don't even think Toughness. Toughness I use in any other mode, especially if I'm sniper. But in this mode, I'm only using Toughness because none of the other perks I give a rat's ass about, because you know, you're not going to have time to flinch in this mode, because the second you're shot at, you're dead, and you know, you're not going to need it. I'm using Dead Silence and Dexterity. Dexterity is alright, you know, faster aiming after sprinting. I'll give that's a really good perk, and even Engineer is a good perk. I feel they're probably the best two perks in the game, but Dead Silence, in my opinion, is not worth anything. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I wear a pair of Triton AX Pros, and I try and use Dead Silence and Awareness to try and sound tour, and I can't hear shit. Like, a Dead Silence I like to throw on, because when you're wearing a headset, the guy's movements is like a fucking elephant stepping over a bubble wrap. It's so freaking loud. I only wear Dead Silence to shut him the fuck up, but when I'm using Awareness and Dead Silence, it's so quiet, I still can't hear no one behind me. Like, a guy will be like 4 centimeters behind me doing cartwheels, backflips and shit, and I can't hear him at all, and I really feel I can't sound whore in this game, so I generally don't go near those perks at all. But you should always prioritize attachments over your perks. Always have attachments you think are going to work well with your gun, and if you need to, definitely slap on 3 attachments, because you will just guarantee, like, if you want fast reloading, definitely think about adding on fast mag to this. Long barrel FMJ fast mag will be absolutely beast. And the thing is, I don't run a secondary, because in this mode, because it takes so little bullets to kill people, you generally don't run out of ammo, and you generally don't come into confrontations where there's like 2 or 3 people, because the spawn time is so long, and people usually get spawned over the other side of the map, which is great. So you don't have to worry about switching to a secondary, and generally you don't have time to switch out to a secondary at all anyway. But that's my class. I will always favour attachments over perks. Perks in this game I feel are really useless. Equipment, as I said earlier, definitely try out that Betty thing, you know, the Betty and the shock charge, if you do like equipment, like if you do like throwing down equipment to guarantee you a kill. But that's generally how I play hardcore free-for-all. Like, I will patrol an area, I'll try and hold down entrances and definitely make them mine. Always use a weapon you're comfortable with, and always whore your kill streaks, you know, you're going to get a load of kills. And also, if you haven't tried out hardcore mode, definitely try it out. It plays a lot differently to the other game modes, and it's generally very fun to play. So I feel I've said everything I want this commentary. I'm hoping that will help you out. Hopefully maybe I've given you some tips to use. And yeah, I've been Mr. Teacups. So please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.